Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do my WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 1 predictions. People asked me if I was going to do the predictions for this year's WrestleMania because I have been saying that the card sucks, and it does. It still does. I kind of don't conflicted on doing it, but I will do it. I'm not really that thrilled about this year's WrestleMania. I think this is the worst WrestleMania in recent memory. I know a lot of people say WrestleMania 9 is the worst. I still say 27 is the worst. Most people say WrestleMania 9 is the worst WrestleMania because of the disqualification count-out results for the majority of the card. And Hogan, basically politicking to win the title one last time. But, 27, okay, 27 was horrible. Like 27, they didn't try at all to put on a good show. They didn't care. Outside of Undertaker and Triple H and CM Punk and Randy Orton, most of those matches at 27 were terrible. So, I can't even tell you half of them. I mean, that was the one where Rock came back as the host and Miz and Cena was the main event, which was a horrible main event. Probably one of the worst WrestleMania main events in the history of WrestleMania. I would put that main event, like that was the worst main event in the history of WrestleMania. I don't care what anyone says. That I can go through every last match at WrestleMania and tell you that there is not one that is worse than Cena and Miz. That was the worst one ever. Yes, that's right. Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor was better. You want to know why? Because Bam Bam Bigelow made Lawrence Taylor look like a star in that fucking damn match. Yes, I'll put Bam Bam's main event above Cena Miz. I'm not even kidding about it. I'm not trolling about that. I'm being serious. Bam Bam fucking made Lawrence Taylor look like a star in that match. If you haven't seen Bam Bam versus Lawrence Taylor, go check it out. But yeah, I hated WrestleMania 27. 27 to me was the worst WrestleMania ever. But anyways, getting off of WrestleMania of the past, because we could also talk about their ranking, their 50 greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, which I don't agree with half the rankings in it. Some of them mostly in order, but then there are also matches in there that I wouldn't even have on the list. Compared to other ones. The WWE in the 50 greatest WrestleMania matches of all time clearly were recent memory biased in it. In the way they ranked them. That tag match last year was definitely not top 20. There's no way in hell that's top 20. I'm sorry, that's not fucking top 20. There were so many other better WrestleMania matches that were better than that. That was not even the best tag match of all time. That was just a main event tag match for the storyline for the next night. It was not even that great of a match compared to like other tag team matches. If you're comparing tag team wrestling matches, there's no fucking way that's like top 20. There's no way that's even in the 50 range. I'm sorry, it's fact. That's recent memory biased right there. By WWE. But anyways, I might make a video talking about in the future, I might make a video talking about the top 50 WrestleMania matches and do my version and then crap on the order and the ones that were not included in it that should have been. But anyways, I want to get to night one. We're already gotten in 4 minutes into this. Anyways, I don't even know what the exact order of night one is, but I have the list of all the matches, so I'm going to do the order based on the way I think it's going to be for the order of it. So here we go. Opening match to me is going to be Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Yeah, that's right. El Grande Americano. Who, by the way, some people are falsely believing that that's Chad Gable. No, it is not. How the hell are you guys going to try and say that El Grande Americano is Chad Gable? The same people that think that that's Chad Gable are the same idiots that think that Elias and Ezekiel were somehow brothers, when in reality were the same goddamn fucking person. There was fucking evidence all the fucking time for that. I showed it, I proved it, and y'all fucking try to say, oh, there's no way. You know, even though Elias, now known as Elijah, publicly admitted that he lied about the entire thing. But you're still trying to cling on to that bullshit. And your like Mr. America thing where, you know, Hogan, when it was clearly Hulk Hogan, you know. But now you're trying to say that El Grande Americano is Chad Gable, even though when El Grande Americano literally made a debut with security guards, literally was in the same area, the same place at the exact same time as Chad Gable, but somehow people think that Chad Gable and El Grande Americano are the same damn person. That's bullshit. Chad Gable, unfortunately, got sick, and he can't compete at this year's WrestleMania, but we got El Grande Americano, who's going to face Rey Mysterio in the opening match of WrestleMania. He's only been with the WWE for a couple weeks. He's been all over the world wrestling. And now he's debuting against the legendary Rey Mysterio. This is absolutely amazing. This will be a show stealer match, a lucha libre match. An American descent Latino versus another American descent Latino, because he was born in America too. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I love Rey Mysterio. I liking this El Grande Americano. I think this is going to be a great match. A great way to open it up. But in the end, I have to go with El Grande Americano. Rey Mysterio is going to give a hard-fought battle, but in the end, El Grande Americano is going to get that win. And win one for Chad Gable, who got screwed last year when he should have been going for the Intercontinental Champion last year. But Sami Zayn screwed him over. The management screwed him over. But now El Grande Americano is going to come to Chad Gable's aid. He's going to come to his aid, ladies and gentlemen. My prediction is El Grande Americano gets the win here. Next match, we got Chad Gable. Why did I say that? We got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This one is actually pretty interesting because there is a little storytelling to this, because obviously Jade Cargill got injured legitimately, but they wrote her off television with this whole attacked on a car thing. Naomi took her spot with Bianca Belair as the tag team champions. They had the title for a couple months before losing them. But then Jade Cargill came back and basically beat the crap out of her. And then I thought that was going to be like, oh, what are we going to do now with this? Is she just going to be this sympathizing person for the rest of the storyline, or are we going to get an actual repackaged Naomi? And nonetheless, we got a repackaged Naomi, and I like it. I really like what they did to Naomi's character, because all we have seen from Naomi is the same thing for years. And I like this different side of her character now. You know, we've seen the glowing thing for years. It's kind of ironic that now she's a heel and her husband is like a babyface. Like, because before it was the opposite and now it's the other way around. It's like, well, what are we doing? They can never be they can never both be heels or never both be baby faces. Jimmy Uso, right? Like come on now. But anyways, I am actually going to go with the upset here. I think Naomi's going to win this one. I think she's going to beat Jade Cargill here. I really like what Naomi is doing. I really like her character work right now. She has really impressed me as a heel, especially flipping the switch with that character that she's had for so goddamn long with the glowing stuff, which has become stale as a character. So she really did need a refresher, like a repackage of her character, and she's done very well. I would not be surprised if she gets the win here. I know that might be a shocker to some people because I think a lot of people are just going to predict that Jade Cargill is going to win and get her revenge, but I don't think so. I think Naomi's going to get this done. I think the storyline might go on a little longer, but I think this is where we're going to see it. I think we're going to see a heel triumph here. All right. The first title match. We have the War Raiders, aka the Viking Raiders, versus the New Day, which is New Day Rocks, New Day Rocks, for the World Tag Team Champions. Yeah, I think the New Day gets it done here. I think we're gonna get another heel champion. The War Raiders have done okay since being repackaged as the War Raiders again, because they were the War Raiders in NXT, but then they were repackaged as the Viking Raiders, and then now they are the War Raiders again and won the tag team titles. The New Day have done very well. I mean, personally, I really wish they would have just split them up. You know, one turns heel, one stays babyface. But they decided that the New Day had to stay as a tag team. They kicked Big E out, even though Big E isn't currently wrestling. And by the way, they did that for heel heat. They did that on purpose. But I think some people take it seriously. I'm like, dude, it's a storyline. Get real. I think New Day wins here. They need to win to kind of show, what they're doing here. Like, they need to show something, as this new repackaged heel New Day. People seem to forget that New Day actually started as heels, but they got so over that people started liking them, and that's why they morphed into a babyface team for so long. But when they were first put together as the New Day, they were heels. A lot of people seem to forget that. Like, I don't know how, but I remember it. I remember when they were heels, originally. But I think the New Day has to win here to kind of show that they're going to be a heel tag team. I don't know how long you have them be the champions. I don't think they're going to be the champions for as long as they were before. But I definitely think Xavier and Kofi Kingston do beat the War Raiders here and get the win. New tag team champions. Next match, we have the United States champion, LA Knight, taking on Jacob Fatu for the United States championship. So a lot of people are under the impression that Jacob Fatu is going to win because he has a lot of momentum. He is doing a lot of good work. But I do not think Jacob Fatu wins here. They have to have LA Knight has to win this match to keep his momentum going, and they've been kind of screwing him over as of late. He just won the title not too long ago. He won the title back not too long ago. LA Knight needs to win here. They need to give him a decisive win because he hasn't really gotten that many decisive wins since he beat Logan Paul. A lot of the guys he has beaten are either upper to lower tier mid-carders or just jobbers for the most part. And I think LA Knight needs to get the win here. I mean, even when he faced Jacob Fatu in a number one contender match, he pinned Carmelo Hayes. off of Jacob Fatu's work. I do think LA Knight needs to get the win here. How do you make LA Knight win without kind of hurting Jacob Fatu? Well, here's where it comes in. I think Solo Sikoa interferes and accidentally costs Jacob Fatu the match by hitting him, or something happens with a distraction. And this is where LA Knight comes in and does the BMT and pins him 1, 2, 3 and wins the match. LA Knight gets a decisive win over Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu loses, but loses arguably because of the fake bloodline members, the false bloodline members accidentally interfering, and then this will lead to Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa at Backlash, because I think that's where I think this is going. I think this is going towards Backlash with Jacob Fatu. Like, LA Knight needs to move on to other guys. And I think the reason why LA Knight and Jacob Fatu were put together was because they didn't really have anything for both of them. Because a lot of people thought Jacob and Solo were going to wrestle each other at WrestleMania, but LA Knight was the champion, so they had to put someone with LA Knight, and they didn't really have anybody else. So that's why they decided to do this for WrestleMania. But I think it is a one-off feud, and I think it is for LA Knight to win, to move on to the next opponent, and for Jacob Fatu to start his storyline with Solo Sikoa at Backlash. Because that, to me, is where this points. Like, why would you have Jacob Fatu win the United States Championship if you're going to have Solo Sikoa face him next month? Because that's what the rumors are, is he's going to face him next month. Why would you have him win the championship? Instead, why not have a reason for Jacob Fatu to want to beat the crap out of Solo Sikoa? And this would be the perfect way to do it, is actually cost him a championship. And then they could have that whole jealousy thing that I was in WrestleMania and you weren't, and that's why you cost me my championship. So yeah, I got LA Knight, winning, and moving on to the next person. Next, we have the WWE Women's Championship that nobody gives two fucks about. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Obviously I didn't like this Rumble winner. I didn't like either Royal Rumble. It's kind of ironic because both Rumble winners are not main eventing, and both Rumble winners are both on night one. They're not on night two. So, and this is also a problem because nobody cares about these two Royal Rumble winners. It kind of diminishes the Royal Rumble, because I don't have a problem with the Royal Rumble winners not main eventing a match because from main eventing the WrestleMania match, because people seem to forget that from 2006 to 2012 there was only one Rumble winner during that time period that main evented WrestleMania, like as in the last match, and that was Randy Orton 2009. All the other people, look it up. All the other people that won the Royal Rumble that year, and this was during the one Rumble winner era, but still, during that era, there was only one Royal Rumble winner that main evented WrestleMania, and that was Randy Orton when he faced Triple H at WrestleMania 25, which we all know that was overshadowed by Undertaker, Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. And that match had just happened not too long before Orton and Triple H. So that was the only match during that time period where WrestleMania Rumble winners did not main event. So I don't have an issue with Rumble winners not main eventing, but I do agree with a lot of people that say that WWE really needs to take off the advertisement that whoever wins the Royal Rumble match is guaranteed to main event WrestleMania. I do think that is something that WWE really should start doing, because it is never a guarantee anymore that you're main eventing WrestleMania, even if you're going for the title. Even if you're going for the World Championship or the WWE Championship, you are not guaranteed a WrestleMania main event. You are guaranteed the title match, the heavyweight championship match, but that is it. That is all you're guaranteed at this point. They really should do it. They haven't done it yet. Vince McMahon never wanted to do that because he can always say card subject to change. And I guess that's the whole thing that Endeavor wants to do too. But I think they should change it. But nonetheless, nobody cares about this match. I talked about this match. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, Tiffany and Charlotte just went off script completely because the Chicago crowd was not having it with Charlotte. They just did not care. They were giving Tiffany more time than they were giving Charlotte because Charlotte was getting booed every chance she tried to talk. People do not care about Charlotte. Charlotte gets everything handed to her on a silver platter. Look, Charlotte's a good wrestler. I'm not taking anything away from her. But if you're going to tell me that she didn't get that spot because of politicking, you're full of shit, okay? There were many talented women that could have gotten that spot over her, and they chose to give it to her, even though they knew the fans would hate it. They knew the fans would hate it. They have to be completely stupid to know by now that. And I'm really surprised because this isn't Vince McMahon. This is Triple H. I'm really surprised that Triple H would still do that. Would give Charlotte that spot over the women that have been busting their asses out over there. Tiffany Stratton was forced to turn babyface because she was supposed to be the heel in this program. All indicates that she was. They kind of just 1 week just started having Tiffany do babyface promotes. And that was pretty much the end of it, of her being a babyface now. Nobody's going to care about this match. This match is probably going to be, you're probably going to hear a pin drop or just people just totally shitting on it, saying you suck the whole time or whatever. Nobody cares about it. The sooner, the better that it ends. Who do I think's going to win? I really hope Tiffany Stratton wins. I'm going to pick Tiffany Stratton to win because I just really don't want Charlotte Flair to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if she wins here. But yeah, I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. All right. Next, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match. We have Gunther taking on Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, I think this was the wrong winner for the Rumble. I think it should have been LA Knight. Yeah, if you're going to go with a new guy. Jey Uso has just not been selling it for me. I know Triple H is like, oh, look at the people that are coming out, like, look at the crowd entrance or whatever. And I'm like, again, that is just the entrance. What about the matches? What about the crowd noise in the matches? That would be my argument. What about the crowd noise in the matches? Because I don't see people like really into anything outside of Jey Uso's entrance. I see it for LA Knight. When I watch LA Knight's matches, I see them doing LA Knight, yeah, during the match. I see that. I don't see them doing yeet all the time for it. I don't see that unless it's like when they're doing punch back and punch forward. They're not really in it. All they're into is doing that during the entrance. I mean, the storyline itself has just not been that great. Saturday night's main event really kind of killed any chance of this storyline being credible because he lost to Gunther already a week before the Rumble. Clean in the middle of the ring. They kind of started doing blood into it, by adding his brother into it with, Gunther beating the crap out of his brother and stuff like that. But just nobody cares, man. Like, nobody cares. They care about an entrance. That's about it. I think I'm going to pick Jey Uso reluctantly to win. I don't think he should win because I think Gunther's doing really good as champion right now, and I just don't think Jey Uso is that credible as world champion. I won't believe it. I can't buy him as world champion right now. Like, he just, especially with him losing to Gunther the way he lost to him already at Saturday night's main event. But knowing WWE, I'm gonna give it to Jey Uso with his yeet. I don't know how long he'll be champion for, but I don't think he'll be champion that long because, I mean, I don't see how he's going to be presented as a credible world champion, other than doing the damn yeet thing all the time. Anyways, next, the triple threat non-title, which is stupid, by the way, main event. We have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Again, nothing on the line. Nothing. Still very pissed off about this. That nothing is on the line. CM Punk will also have Paul Heyman accompanying him because that was the long-awaited favor. I'm happy CM Punk is in a main event match, but I'm still kind of upset that he's not going for Cody Rhodes. But anyways, who am I picking for this match? A lot of people say there's going to be double cross. I've heard rumors that people say that Paul Heyman's going to join Seth Rollins. I don't think that's happening. I think CM Punk wins this match. He's probably going to pin Seth in the match because I heard rumors that Punk might be facing Roman at SummerSlam, that they might be saving this for a SummerSlam match. But yeah, I think CM Punk will win. I don't think there's going to be a heel turn from Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman already turned on Punk before. Okay. Was it 2013? He already turned on him before, so it wouldn't be really that good of a booking decision, especially since they're kind of back together now. I think this is all lining up for Punk to win. Punk pins Seth Rollins, who is, I mean, I don't know if you consider, a lot of people debate on whether Seth is a heel or a babyface in this, but Seth really is kind of a tweener. He still gets cheered, so I don't really know if you can consider him that. Roman is a babyface, and Punk's a babyface, so it's a babyface program, really. Seth still is kind of a babyface too, so it's a tweener, arguably babyface and babyface. But to me, this match all centers around Punk, because this is his first main event match at WrestleMania, as in it being the last match, well, at least for night one. So I think they're going to let Punk win this. But they're going to have him pin Seth because I think this is going to lead to Punk and Roman at SummerSlam. And I think if the rumors are true that they're going to do Punk Roman at SummerSlam one-on-one, I think the idea would be if Punk wins here, this would set up their SummerSlam match to be for Paul Heyman. Like the SummerSlam, since Paul Heyman is accompanying CM Punk because of the favor, I think what's going to happen is Roman is going to face Punk at SummerSlam, and it's going to be for the services of Paul Heyman at SummerSlam, and that's what I think they're going for, which again pisses me off because I want Punk to win the damn WWE Championship, which means he's probably not going to win Money in the Bank, because that was my theory, is that he's going to win Money in the Bank, and then he's going to announce that he's going to cash it in for next year's main event of WrestleMania against the WWE Champion, whoever that is. Because he can't be at the Saudi Arabia Rumble next year, probably, because of other things that are going on, because of what he said in the past and other things. But yeah, that is that's where I say it. See it going. CM Punk gets the dub here. With, I think what's going to happen is, the way I would book the finish here is Roman goes for a spear on Seth. He nails it, and then Punk GTS's him. And then he GTS'd Seth Rollins, and then he gets the win. I think that's what he does. But I think he still pits Seth Rollins in the end. But that's how I see it. That's my predictions. I also should point out that it is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is exclusively streaming on Peacock. If you live in the United States, I should point this out, like I do. If you live outside of the United States, it is on Netflix. I don't know specifically if there's any other countries that have it on Peacock besides the United States, or if every other country that is allowed to have WWE contents, it's on Netflix for everyone else. I'm not exactly sure. Just check your local listics, I guess, at that point. But to my understanding, Peacock United States, like me, and every other country internationally is Netflix. So that's what I'm going by pretty much at this point. Make sure to comment, rate. If you like this video or my videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for this content. Thank you. And that is about it, guys. I am the Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure subscribe to the Ultimate Goku. Follow the Ultimate Goku on Twitch, Instagram. The Ultimate Goku. I do a Discord description. We talk about this topic and other various topics, so make sure to check that out. Also, I do a YouTube tier list. Check that out for any perks. And that's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace.